Did you notice anything when you came into the room?
Nothing in particular.
Was there a poster on the wall?
Don't lead.
There were several posters, I think. With my face on them, yes.
Perhaps it would help you if the witness saw Exhibit 24.
What's the matter with the honourable member? Does he want to get back downstairs to his spaghetti rings? Did you see that done when you came into the room?
I can't remember.
Did Miss Evans start talking about your wife?
About Anna, yes.
Did she ask you to leave your wife?
Did she?
I can't remember exactly.
Oh, come, Mr. Aspin, it's an important
She
question.
started goading me, shouting and screaming. All that claptrap about betraying the party. All those cliches about power corrupting. It was then that I got angry.
Just tell us what happened, Mr. Aspin.
I made love to her.
In anger?
I suppose so, yes.
Just tell us this, Mr. Aspin. Did you believe that was what she wanted?
He's chucked you the lifebelt, old darling. For God's sake, don't push it away.
I can't remember exactly. I don't know what I believed then.
Well, Albert.
It wasn't your fault, if I may say so, sir. It was a client. I'm sorry, sir. That's the way it goes.
These things are a damn sight easier without the client.
Mr. Rumpole, there's a chambers meeting, sir.
Chambers meeting?
Mr. Featherstone would like you to attend.
What chambers meeting? I'll come with you, sir.
Mr. Featherstone asked me to let you have the message, Mr. Tree. This is one for members of chambers only.
Thanks, sir. Sorry, Albert. That's the way it goes.
Well, it seems Albert has been pursuing a long career of embezzlement.
That's a remarkably long word for £5.50. I would have thought the correct legal term was fiddling.
Well, I don't see how we can excuse crime, whatever Rumpole calls it.
Anyway, it was my £5.50. I can call it whatever I like. I can call it a Christmas present.
I suppose it'll be Christmas again soon. How depressing.
Apparently, it isn't just your money, Rumpole.
Oh, isn't it? Is there the slightest evidence that somebody else has lost...
Petty cash.
Oh, your famous detective work, yes. Sherlock Holmes putting his little red mark on the onces.
It can't be Christmas again already, surely.
I told you about the petty cash.
You told me that you'd borrowed money from Albert's float.
That's right, and paid for the drinks in Pomeroy's.
You were lying, weren't you, Rumpole?
Erskine Brown, it's not the sort of language one uses to another member of chambers. If Rumpole says that he borrowed the money, then I, for one, am prepared to accept his word as a gentleman.
Oh, much obliged to you, I'm sure. Well, as a gentleman, all I can say is you're a fool. Of course I was lying.
What does Rumpole say he was doing?
You're lying, Uncle Tom.
Oh, dear.
I was lying because I don't like seeing people being condemned.
Just a splash, Rumpole.
It goes against my natural instincts.
That's right. He doesn't prosecute. You don't prosecute, you, Rumpole.
No, I do not prosecute.
All right, now we'll hear Rumpole's defence of Albert.
Well, it seems to me that it's not Albert that's in trouble.
Not in trouble?
No, it's us. Legal gentlemen, learned friends. So friendly and so gentlemanly. We never asked to see his books or check his accounts. Of course he cheats. Just little piddling bits of cheating. £5.50 to buy a solicitor a few drinks in Pomeroy's. He considers it a mark of respect due to a gent, like calling you sir, when you go twittering on about typing errors in your statements of claim.
Rather an odd way of showing his respect, wouldn't you say, Rumpole?
I suppose you'll tell us he's got a sick wife and 8 starving children. Rumpole in mitigation.
His wife's in the best of health. Oh, and his son, this may interest you, is very high up in the Hercules Building Society.
In the Hercules?
Yes, and a Tory council.
Look, I move that we vote on this.
It's a matter for the police.
Ah, police.
You wouldn't agree, Rumpole, I gather.
You'd hardly expect him to.
Excuse me, back in a minute.
Well, Albert's part of my life. He always has been.
I remember Albert when he first came to us as a boy. He could scarcely read or write.
He's like the worn lino in the Chambers loo. He's like the cells under the Bailey. I feel comfortable with Albert. He's like an old sports jacket. And he goes out and grubs for briefs, which is a thing we are too gentlemanly to consider.
He has cheated us, Rumpole. You can't get away from that.
Oh, look, we've got to be cheated sometimes, haven't we? Isn't that what it's all about? Otherwise, we'd spend our life counting our change and adding up our receipts and chucking grown men into chokey because they haven't lived up to the highest ideals of Chambers. Or the party or some other bloody nonsense.
I don't quite follow your train of thought.
Oh, God. Neither do I, really. I'm sorry. I've had a bloody day. I'm sorry. Feeling better, Uncle Tom?
I never expected Christmas to come again so quickly.
Personally, speaking quite personally, and in no way wishing to condone the seriousness of Albert's conduct.
Bloody tiring rape, especially when you're on the losing end.
I would be against calling in the police.
Yeah, it's not very gentlemanly, having old Bill in Chambers, stamping with his great feet all over our petty cash vouchers.
On the other hand, I think that Albert ought to be asked to leave immediately. All those in favour?
What's happening?
We're voting now, Tom.
Oh,
Right. That's that, then. Thank you, gentlemen.
Have you anything to say why sentence of death should not be passed against you? You know, they say old Justice Snaggs asked a murderer that once. The poor old sod in the dock said, bugger all. Old Snaggs said, did your counsel say something? He said, bugger all, my lord. How extraordinary. I could have sworn his lips moved. Albert would have laughed at that.